Beauty is a word that many people find important in their everyday lives. Many people just want to be that picture perfect person that they see on magazines and televisions or in the movie screens. Mass media around the world are putting out the beauty standards as to what everybody is supposed to look like, and anybody who fits those standards end up being role models to the world. Scholars Yan Yan and Bissell, in their article, The Globalization of Beauty, state the media industry's overemphasis on beauty and attractiveness is not just a phenomenon found in Western countries, rather that it may be a problem or an issue that's more global in nature. The self-esteem of a minor can be decreased when looking at an image of beauty. And when society doesn't see you as beautiful, then it can lead to a host of different things such as bullying, depression, and possibly even suicide. 4,400 young people die of suicide yearly, and most of those people are individuals aged 10 to 14 who are being bullied for the way that they look. That's according to an article wrote by No Bullying in 2014. We live in a world where beauty is being consumed by visuals and not the aspect of who the person really is. The biggest stars in Hollywood are all attractive, and anyone who doesn't quite fit that standard of beauty ends up getting typecast as the funny one or the sad one or the unlovable one. The beauty industry makes it seem as if it's wrong to look as you are, and it reeks of capitalism. It's built like that so that we all go out of our way to buy something to fix it. According to Wall Street Journal, attractive people are likely to earn an average of 3% to 4% more than a person with below average looks, proving that in the eyes of society, beauty is more than just skin deep. The fact is, to adhere to beauty standards within Western society, we need to buy in. From fashion to hair to cosmetic surgery to skincare, beauty is big business. But no community has suffered as much in recent years as the beauty industry. In simple terms, the beauty community is dead, or at least dying a slow and painful death here on YouTube. And today I really want to discuss why that is. In today's video essay, how greedy influencers ruined everything. The death of the beauty community. The earliest record of any kind of makeup or cosmetics was actually in the first dynasty of Egypt. People of all genders used a substance called unguent to keep wrinkles away and to hydrate their skin. They used kohl as eyeliner to protect their eyes from the glare of the sun. Women and men in Egypt used scented oils and balms to cover up body odor, as well as to bathe their skin in, like a frickin' bubble bath.
Because I don't use deodorant and I only take bubble baths.
In the beginning, Egyptians used makeup to protect their eyes from the sun, but even then, they realized that they had to go along with trends, and that by wearing makeup, you were seen as more beautiful. So even way back in the first dynasty of Egypt, they were already creating their own beauty standards. The cosmetics were used to enhance their features and were seen as a sign of wealth. Basically, you were a bad bitch if you had kohl and took a bubble bath.
Bubble baths.
But for all intents and purposes, cosmetics essentially showed status within the Egyptian community and was mostly worn by upper class people. During the French Restoration, people were pale, and lipstick was supposed to indicate that you were youthful and healthy. Most women were very natural and used face creams and would keep themselves covered from the sun in the shade. They would strive for a clean and flawless complexion. And if you were tan, you were considered lower class. We love a bit of classism mixed in with a bit of colorism. Later on, the French saw red lipstick as a status symbol that a woman was independent. And an independent woman always had rosy cheeks, using either red chalk, rose petals, and all kinds of things. Actually, in some cultures, some women use arsenic, lead, mercury, and even leeches to give themselves a pale appearance, which was deemed as beautiful back then. They also used lamb's wool for false beards and flour as face paint. However, the Chinese people were the first proof to have their nails painted using natural resources such as blood as well as flowers. This means that throughout history, people have literally put their health at risk trying to obtain beauty, or at least to adhere to whatever the beauty standards were of the time. In 1920, the first non-toxin mascara was invented. Many movie stars were becoming trendsetters for using eyeliner and portable lipsticks, which was only invented 5 years previous in 1915. Lip gloss was also invented in that era. L'Oreal invented sunscreen in 1936. 1948, hairspray was invented. And in the 1950s, cosmetics was selling worldwide. This became big business. However, nowadays, there are thousands of makeup brands, and people of all genders wear cosmetics and makeup on a daily basis. Today, makeup is being enhanced with skincare, and the skincare industry is booming. But speaking of lotions and potions, let's welcome today's sponsor. Today's video is proudly sponsored by Switchcraft. Switchcraft is a free, yes that's right, free mobile gaming app that features TV-worthy writing. As in, literally, this storyline is so intense. Switchcraft is a gripping mystery story that follows a female protagonist by the name of Bailey, who is dead set on solving the disappearance of her best friend. It's kind of like one of those choose your own story games where you get to play as the protagonist Bailey, and whatever options it is that you choose kind of decides which way the game's gonna go, meaning that there is literally multiple ways to play this game, with multiple different outcomes. In order for Bailey to get her awesome witch-like powers, she has to do like witchy meditation, and essentially that witchy meditation is playing these match 3 games. And honestly, I ain't even gonna trip, it's pretty therapeutic. I haven't played the game all the way through, I'm at like level 17 or something, but I think genuinely that Lydia's disappearance is down to one of the school teachers. One of the things I really love about the game is that the aesthetic reminds me of like those modern day graphic novels, and it has an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful in fact, hand painted visuals. Honestly, it's visually pleasing and unlike anything I've seen at this present moment within gaming. But the best thing about this game, for me personally, is that it features 85 characters from a wide range of cultural backgrounds, as well as individuals who are part of the LGBTQIA+ community, meaning that this game is abundant in representation. So whether you want to follow along a choose your own story narrative, or you just want to play a match 3 game to get those therapeutic chills, make sure that you download and play Switchcraft for free by using the link in my description down below. Please make sure that you use the link in my description, as it greatly helps the channel when you do. Thank you once again to Switchcraft for sponsoring today's video. Honestly, I could not do what it is that I do over here on YouTube without your help. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. The beauty YouTube community really had very humble beginnings. Most notably, we can all remember the first ever beauty guru, Michelle Phan. Michelle Phan was creating videos long before YouTube was allowing people to monetize their content. I remember back in 2007 when she was going by the pseudonym of Rice Bunny, coming home and watching her do some kick-ass transformations. I'd await every week and sometimes every month with bated breath for the next video. Many people my age in their late 20s and 30s will remember this time. It was such a simple time. I remember learning from Michelle Phan that you could use rice water as a facial. So whenever my mum would cook batches of rice, I would steal her rice water and put them in Tupperware and use it as like a at-home facial. My mum thought I was absolutely mad. YouTube's original slogan of broadcast yourself was so much more prevalent back then because it really was just about watching real people from around the world teach us about makeup and beauty, something that at the time was segregated to cosmetologists, makeup artists, and makeup industry professionals. Beauty just wasn't as attainable as it is today because we, the consumers, knew nothing. Now, of course, there were several other beauty YouTubers who were creating content long before Michelle Phan, but her true talent, extreme creativity, and professional editing is literally what set her apart from everybody else. Every video became a production, and it was the first that we had seen of digestible beauty here on YouTube, as most gurus of that time period were telling us what they were doing as they were doing it. More conversational pieces, but Michelle was able to bridge that gap with editing, production, and voiceovers. This is essentially what we would recognize today as the modern day beauty guru. Then in 2010, things began to change. A beauty guru back then was a makeup tutorial making product junkie who likely owned 84 too many MAC eyeshadows. And they weren't just an influencer who showed us a new skill, they were exactly like us. They were consumers. In 2012, school teacher turned beauty enthusiast Marlene Estelle was the first influencer to start their own cosmetics line and virtually put the money in makeup. It's unknown who started first, whether it was Sigma brushes, and if you're old school, you'll remember that brand, or Marlene Estelle, who began to let influencers make money for promoting their product through advertisements and affiliate codes, of which they could make a percentage of sales. This saw Marlene's cosmetics business boom. And by 2015, Forbes interviewed Marlene as her business had grossed over $10 million. Many other companies took notice of this, and it's now common practice within the beauty industry for influencers to have codes for virtually anything. It made promoting brands mutually beneficial. And that's when we first truly saw the consumerism boom of the cosmetics industry. People didn't need to go into a department store and try every product to know that a product was good. They could just take the word of their favorite influencer, and the bond and the strength of that influencer's word would soon sadly be broken. By 2015, almost every influencer would have a description box longer than Santa Claus's Christmas list, filled with undisclosed affiliate links, and affiliate link marketing websites allowed the average to micro influencer to generate cash from sales through their links. The top influencers would be put onto PR lists to get the new product as soon as or months before a launch. So it essentially became fastest fingers first as a beauty guru to get your review of a product uploaded, all for that sweet pre-apocalypse check. Then in 2016, it all changed. Incoming drama channels. Sorry. In 2016, there was a new form of content emerging, drama channels. Before the T channels that we know and love today, there was drama channels. Drama channels were specifically a subgenre of the commentary community who spoke specifically about beauty drama, or beauty influencers. Basically anything pertaining to the beauty world. The drama renaissance, I would say, consisted of 5 main channels, and those channels were John Cookian, Karina Kaboom, Here for the Tea, Rich Lux, and Sanders Kennedy. The drama community truly kicked off with the first ever beauty drama video I would consider being done by Sanders Kennedy, and the video title was The Truth About Beauty Gurus Exposed. This video went viral, generating over 1.8 million views. This was where Sanders Kennedy sat down and spoke about various different beauty gurus it was that he met at various different conventions, and exposing the fakeness that goes on behind closed doors. This was essentially the first ever exposed video for the beauty drama community. This was a truly eye-opening moment, as many people who actually attended these conventions confirmed a lot of what Sanders was saying about the attitudes and the behaviors of these beauty influencers, and how they all had similar experiences, that they were rude and unwilling to take pictures, and just overall acting with an entitled level of celebrity that they simply just did not have. For the first time, the rose-tinted glasses of the beauty community, being a joyous community of individuals sharing tips and tricks, was over. John Cookian 6 years ago actually ushered in the style of beauty drama content we know and love today. His format of describing what happened with tweets and receipts and any kind of proof and evidence popping up on the screen is now pretty much what's become the norm for drama channels of today. Karina Kaboom and Rich Lux would take a more conversational approach to delivering drama, and Here for the Tea would become a faceless channel that essentially would be the start of the subgenre of tea channels. However, the most prolific of the tea channels will be the late Here for the Tea. She started a culture shift within BeauTube. That's beauty YouTube. But she started a cultural shift within the BeauTube ecosystem that would essentially change the way that we viewed content by our content creators. 5 years ago, Here for the Tea made a video titled Kylie Holiday Collection PR Conspiracy? Greedy Gurus. The premise of this video was essentially that beauty gurus were increasingly becoming entitled and acting as if they were somewhat deserving of PR, and only ever spoke negatively or disparagingly towards a company when they weren't included in the PR drop of whatever the latest product was. This essentially started the PR wars of 2016. People were aware that influencers were getting PR, but they weren't aware, I guess we were all somewhat naive in a sense, but they weren't aware that people would act negatively if they weren't receiving PR from a certain brand and take subtle and shallow digs at them.
Here we have Samantha Ravindell, or Samantha MUA as she's known, snapping and asking her fans whether she should pick up the Kylie Holiday collection.
In other news, completely unrelated, I'm debating whether or not I should pick up some of the Kylie Jenner holiday shit.
Okay, so that might sound innocent, but wait until later in the video where I catch her in something else.
This culture of influencer dishonesty wasn't the only thing though, and definitely wasn't the only issue with beauty gurus of that time. Here for the Tea would essentially lift the veil on how beauty gurus weren't being truthful with their audience when she launched her infamous series in 2017, the Affiliate Series. In this series, Here for the Tea would talk about affiliate links and discount codes and just various other ways that YouTubers would monetize their work external to YouTube. She also broke down how some users would use a bit.ly link in order to hide a hyperlink to another affiliate website such as rstyle.me so that they could gain money by posting all of the items it was that they had used and that were available to purchase online.
So I'm going to highlight the first item, which is the Urban Decay Quick Fix Hydra Charge Prep Priming Spray. And we're going to click the link, and I'm going to pause it right here and just pay attention to the search bar above where my cursor is, and you'll notice that you pass through another site by the name of rstyle.me before being directed to the Sephora site. Now, to be clear, before we get into that, the way she listed the link in her description box being a bit.ly link or a bit.ly link, I'm just going to go with a bit.ly link, is actually a legit way to shorten long URLs, which usually when you click on those types of links, they take you directly through to the requested site. You don't make a stopover before landing where you intended to be. So to be clear, this has nothing to do with it being a bit.ly link. She just happens to use them to shorten links in her description box. So don't don't think that every time you see one of these types of links that you're being redirected to a site where the influencer profits from a sale. So I'll go ahead and play the whole process for you so you can see it uninterrupted. So click link, pass through ourstyle.me and redirect to Sephora.com. Here we are on Sephora.com and you can shop as you normally would.
Infinity also questioned why certain R-style links would reach various other resellers rather than directly to the website, such as MAC products being directed to other places such as Nordstrom or Sephora.
Let's try another product that isn't sold at Sephora. We'll go with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. So we'll click on the link and the same thing happens. Ourstyle.me and redirected to cultbeauty.co.uk, which is obviously a UK-based site. And again, an interesting choice on her behalf, considering that she does go on to list links to sites like Nordstrom, which also carries Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm not 100% sure on this, but it could even work out to be cheaper with conversion, shipping, and applicable duties if the product was purchased from Nordstrom rather than Cult Beauty. I just found that to be an interesting choice, especially since if we go back and click on this link for the MAC paint pot, we again jump through hoops and land on Nordstrom. Also a weird choice of retailer to link, because wouldn't the actual MAC site be your first thought if you were providing a link so that people could find a product you spoke about? That's what I would think.
Due to this revelation, Here for the Tea actually noted that it's possible that influencers were creating and generating entire looks based on what would generate them more revenue in affiliate links rather than genuine love, care and passion for the product. This was a revelation for many people in 2017, as again, many people weren't aware that they were being sold to in such a way through a simple makeup tutorial.
You'll obviously notice that this item is labeled a high commission item, with her estimated commission rate listed as well should someone make a purchase through her link. On this concealer, she could potentially make anywhere from $2.52 to $4.20 per unit sold. Same with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which is another high commission item. So depending on the retailer she chooses to link, she could make anywhere from 74 cents to $2.21 per unit sold. Another item listed, which I found odd to begin with, is the MAC paint pot, which has been around since the beginning of time, but it quickly became clear as to why she selected it. It too is a high commission item with an estimated commission rate of $2.31 per unit sold. So the last item I have here, and there are obviously more, but these are the screenshots that I was sent by one of my subscribers, as I said in my previous video, but this is the Tarte Tarteist Pro Glow To Go Highlight and Contour Palette. Again, this is another high commission item with an estimated commission rate ranging from $3.15 to a whopping $7.88 per unit sold, which is huge. So now I'm sure you can see how this can become problematic, as theoretically she could log into the site, pick all high commission items, and base her look on those items for the sole purpose of maximizing her commission.
But this wasn't even the biggest issue at hand. In episode 2 of the affiliate series, Here for the Tea discussed affiliate links and discount code disclosures. This was the most eye-opening part of the series because a lot of people, again, wasn't aware at that time the way in which bloggers, YouTubers, vloggers, and influencers were promoting hyperlinks and discount codes without actually saying that they would make a small percentage of sales, and that not doing that was actually against the law. This made a huge cultural shift within the community, as many influencers then went out of their way to change their description boxes. And that essentially changed the way in which viewers were sold to forever. Some people that Here for the Tea had mentioned in the past, though, didn't change their ways, such as Zoella, who ended up finding themselves in issues to do with non-disclosures years later in 2019. The reason for me discussing all of this was essentially just to show you guys the naivety of the beauty space at that time. And if it wasn't for Here for the Tea's investigation on affiliate links and coupon codes, product mentions, sponsored videos, as well as product placements, I truly believe that Here for the Tea informing her audience in turn made all of us more informed as a whole. And personally speaking, regardless of me and Here for the Tea's beef over the years, I truly think it's great that even after her passing, she left her mark on this world, in the world of consumerism, and the vigilance that influencers now show when disclosing their affiliate links and codes, so that their viewers can now show discernment when choosing what product to buy. Besides Here for the Tea, the drama channel Exposed video of 2016 to 2019 was huge. The main culprits behind the decline of the beauty community in my eyes would be Gabriel Zamora, Jeffree Star, Manny MUA, Laura Lee, Jackie Aina, Nikita Dragon, Thomas Halbert, Tati Westbrook, James Charles, Shane Dawson. There were literally multiple scandals involving these influencers over the years, to the point that there was like a new video created about somebody each and every day. Drama YouTubers such as Rich Lux, John Cookie and Karina Kaboom, Sanders Kennedy, myself, Dustin Daly, Nick Snyder, Peter Mon, as well as T-Spill and multiple other people were making multiple videos a week documenting YouTubers who occupied the beauty space, sharing shady tweets, receipts and hypocrisies. As we began documenting the infighting within the YouTuber/beauty community, the infighting within our own community started to arise. Most notably, the cancellation of John Cookian. But before we get into the cancellation of so many individuals over the span of 5/6 years, let's take a look at the term that has been popularized by the commentary community: cancellation or cancel culture. The first instance of cancel culture being used as a term was actually in 2014. The official Twitter account of the Comedy Central show, The Colbert Report, posted a joke that could have been seen as degrading towards Asians. An activist, Sui Park, responded with the hashtag #CancelColbert, only to end up being doxxed and cancelled herself, with such vim that she actually had to flee her home and started communicating with the outside world on burner phones. Being cancelled today, however, is when a well-known public figure is revealed to have acted unconsciously enough to create a breach of trust and a sense of betrayal. Fans fade away, enemies become emboldened, and corporate partnerships dissolve. The damage is usually done to their reputation and financial opportunities, and whilst cancelling has been used colloquially for the better part of a decade, the phrase cancel culture itself is much more recent. Google Trends data suggests that there was little to no interest in the term cancel culture up until the search interest boomed in July 2020. However, despite the seemingly positive intentions of cancellation, which essentially was to demand greater accountability from public figures, people tend to call out cancel culture itself as a negative movement, suggesting that the consequences of cancel culture is sometimes too harsh in minor instances and shows rushed judgment in complicated situations. Now let's go back to the cancellation of John Cookian. John Cookian essentially was cancelled by the same community that hailed him king. From his relationship dissolving with Here for the Tea to numerous transgressions that led him to being the first person within the drama community that we as a community and as a collective basically decided we wanted nothing to do with. The infighting with John Cookian all came to a head when he accused fellow content creator Peter Mon of being a P-word. Many people within the drama community, as well as influencers who had been on the opposing end of Cookian's videos, all came together to rally around Peter Mon against these unfounded claims. John Cookian, I believe, since that particular moment has struggled to really make a comeback within the drama community, and his channel is now a shell of what it once was, as he at one point was the most subscribed drama content creator on YouTube. And again, I'm speaking specifically about beauty drama. But John Cookian by no means was alone. There was infighting all across the community. There was infighting between myself and Peter Mon, Dustin Daly and Rich Lux, True Sleuth and Nick Snyder, Margot and John Cookian, Sanders Kennedy and John Cookian, Here for the Tea and Everybody, Smokey Glow and Angelica Oles, and even more recently there's been drama and complications and infighting between Sebastian Soto and Adam McIntyre. And I guess the point it is that I'm trying to make here is that we've essentially become a product of what it is that we're shilling, which is cancellations. However, when it comes to creating drama content, nothing would be as financially lucrative as Dramageddon. Dramageddon, a term coined by Here for the Tea, was essentially just this massive crescendo moment of infighting within the beauty community that plays out for us online. To date, there have been 4 Dramageddons. Dramageddon 1, which was the throuples divorce between Jeffree Star, Laura Lee, and Manny MUA. Dramageddon 2, which was Tati Westbrook versus James Charles with the infamous video where Tati stated that James Charles was a P-word. Dramageddon 3, where Tati Westbrook revisited the James Charles drama and basically came back and told everyone that she had been influenced by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star to create content surrounding James Charles. And then Dramageddon 4, where the essay allegations against James Charles all came to a head and got into the dozens as multiple individuals came forward to share their story, some of these individuals being minors. The one influencer that was either loosely or heavily involved in 3 of 4 of these Dramageddons is Jeffree Star. And I feel like it would be amiss not to talk about Jeffree Star's contribution to the decline of the beauty community and just the negative impact it is that he has had on the beauty community as a whole. Back when being a beauty guru meant showing off makeup and doing a tutorial, in 2014 there was a new kid on the block. That person was Jeffree Star. From singing with Nicki Minaj to becoming an influential multi-millionaire, Jeffree Star has been infecting the internet with his punk/scene kid influence since 2003. However, after quitting music, Jeffree Star decided to pursue his other passion, which was makeup. So in 2014, Jeffree Star invested his life savings into a liquid lip line. And then Jeffree Star Cosmetics was born. He promoted his business through his YouTube channel and his business thrived. In the summer of 2016, celebrity tattoo artist Kat Von D publicly ended her friendship with Jeffree Star through a series of social media posts citing his substance abuse, his social opinions, and his alleged bullying. She stated because of all of that, she could no longer be his friend, as well as other accusations regarding the theft of her business model, as his introduction into the beauty space was through her, as she herself already had an established makeup brand called Kat Von D Beauty. She even stated that even his logo wasn't paid for honestly and done above board. What set Jeffree Star apart within the beauty space was because he was one of the only influencers with a makeup brand, he had no interest in being on PR or going on certain PR trips and overloading his audience with affiliate links and coupon codes. That, as we learned in 2016, thanks to Here for the Tea, people were beginning to have their eyes open and be aware of the sales tactics that were being used. Having something Jeffree Star approved became somewhat of a status symbol, as he didn't have a vested interest in making the brands look good, because again, he had his own. In May of 2016, Jeffree Star reviewed one of Kylie Jenner's lip kits on social media, and he had absolutely nothing positive to say.
Okay, you guys know I love Kylie, but look at this wand. This is Kylie Jenner's makeup brand, and this is the quality. Hunty, no. I'm gonna try one more. This has never been used before. Oh my god. Not acceptable. This is no hate whatsoever. It's just like when you're a multi-million-dollar celebrity, why would you put anything out half-assed? And I've seen that she has mentioned the wand on her snap, right? It just doesn't make sense. Why are you a multi-million-dollar celebrity and putting out something janky? Like, the wand should be good the first time, not the second time you make the new batch. So what that basically tells me is that they half-assed it, put out the product, and then the next run, they're gonna make improvements. Bitch, it should be perfect the first damn time so every customer gets it. So no offense to her, but these are garbage.
He claimed that she overcharged her customers for the actual product. He said she found a lab that makes a $5 formula. They gave her the same exact one with her name on it and charged $20 more. Also in May 2016, beauty guru Makeup by Shayla alleges that Jeffree Star threatened to beat her up.
So I keep getting all these tweets that people are thinking Makeup by Shayla is talking about me on her new snaps. Bitch, I wish the mother would. So basically, we were in New York and this girl was asking Shayla about lip injections. Shayla looked at her entire face and said, "You need them, bitch. Your face is disproportioned." Now, why would a grown woman tell another grown woman something that disgusting and ugly unless she was an insecure rat herself? So long story short, Shayla, your engagement is as low as your IQ, no one fucks with you, all your friends talk shit behind your back, and you're fun. Now, I'm as humble as they come, but when fucking like you want to disrespect everybody and act like you're above us all, you can have a seat and a bench. So you can act gangster and talk all this shit you want, you're irrelevant, no one with you, and all your friends talk shit behind your back, so reevaluate your entire existence. So you can try to drag me all day long, at the end of the day, let me know when our checking accounts match. Bye ho. At the end of the day, these irrelevant little girls that think they're better than all of us, they're called the mean girls at all these events. Literally no one likes them, it's pathetic. I'm getting a lot of tweets like, who are you even talking about? Exactly. It's a little Instagram, little makeup person that really no one cares about, but I just had to give her a little moment. So at the end of the day, Shayla, if you're watching this, have fun with your used YSL purses and your f***ed up cheek filler because I feel bad for you. Alright, I'm done. Now, at the end of the day, she's a bully and she has to look in the mirror every morning with that horrible, fucked up attitude, so deceased. There's one thing I will not tolerate, and that is a mother liar. Shayla, why are you tweeting me? That's exactly what you said! You literally looked in that girl's eyes and said, your face is disproportioned. You need lip filler. And you were so evil, it made my stomach sick. Sick. It's the fact that no one has ever called you out. That's why you're shook, bitch. You are shook because I'm exposing you for the disrespectful, insecure little female that you are. Alright guys, I'm done with my rant, and a lot of you were like, well, why didn't you just say something to her in Vegas? I avoided her being professional, and I didn't even look her in the eyes or acknowledge her in Vegas. So I'm pretty sure I should send her an invoice for all that free press I just gave her, because everyone's like, who is that? Exactly. Alright, back to my regular scheduled programming. Gonna get my nails done now.
In June 2017, Jeffree Star apologizes publicly for his racist past, in which he tells a person of color to lighten their skin with battery acid, as well as atoning for several other things throughout his time being on the internet. In August 2017, Kim Kardashian West came out with her beauty line called KKW Beauty, and she was getting ready to release her first ever contouring kit, as well as showcasing the product on Instagram. Jeffree Star tweeted, Kim, what's going on with these swatches? Looks like chalk. Kim essentially gave Jeffree Star the benefit of the doubt and basically told her audience to stop attacking him for racist remarks it is that he said in the past, as well as stating that she was grateful for the feedback.
And guys, I see that my fans are totally hating on someone like Jeffree Star for being, honest about my struggle swatches. But because of his remarks, I'm learning how, from the best, from Mario, how to swatch properly. So guys, and I see you being so petty, bringing up things in his past where he, was, negative, but he's also apologized for those things. And I get it's a serious deal if you say racial things, but I do believe in people changing, and people that apologize, I will give them the benefit of the doubt and accept, that people change and move on. And I know better than anyone that I hate when people bring up my past or mistakes that I've made in the past. So let him live. I welcome honest, comments about my products, and because of it, I'm swatching better now. So
in 2019, Jeffree Star ended up getting his redemption when he was featured in a documentary made by Shane Dawson called The Beautiful World of Jeffree Star. This allowed fans to see a more human side of Jeffree. In Dramageddon 2 in 2019, Jeffree Star ended up actually taking Tati Westbrook's side in her public argument between herself and James Charles. He stated, "There's a reason why I haven't seen him since at Glam Life's Guru's birthday in February." He also tweeted, "He's a danger to society. Everything Tati said is 100% true." Jeffree Star made it clear that he no longer wants to support James Charles and was not planning any future collaborations with him. In July 2020, Morphe made a statement saying, "Today we made a decision to cease all commercial activity related to Jeffree Star and affiliated products." This was after several POC influencers decided to band together to boycott Morphe, meaning that they would no longer endorse any products that had anything to do with Morphe anymore, as well as Jeffree Star's more recent collaboration with Shane Dawson. In 2020, after being dropped by Morphe, Jeffree Star uploaded a video titled Doing What's Right and discussed numerous scandals it is that he had been involved in, but most notably, this was around the time that an ex-friend of Jeffree Star's, Davi Vanity, was involved in some SA and R-word and P-word allegations that it seems as if Jeffree Star was actually aware of at the time. In June of 2020, drama YouTuber Ashley Kyle accuses Jeffree Star of providing her with inside information about drama that was about to unfold publicly online. That allowed Ashley to be able to create content a lot faster than her competitors. Ashley Kyle stated that she felt as if she was manipulated by Jeffree Star. In July of 2020, Tati Westbrook accuses Jeffree Star as well as Shane Dawson for coaching her on how to make her exposed video on James Charles. So as you can tell, over the years up until 2020, Jeffree Star has pretty much been at the epicenter of almost all of the beauty drama. And even though I feel as if the fall of the beautuber space was definitely a collaborative effort, it would be amiss for me not to talk about Jeffree Star's impact on the culture. So we have Drama Channel exposed videos, Here for the Tease series on non-disclosures, the actions of Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill and multiple other individuals, the rose-tinted glasses of the viewers suddenly saw red. Many influencers were seen as less of these genuine individuals helping you navigate the shopping world of cosmetics, and more as these money/power hungry individuals who will do anything to stay on top. At one point, receiving PR ahead of a launch became big money, and it became like fastest fingers first as to who could get their review out there the fastest. Because if you were the first person to review a product, that meant that you were going to be cashing in on the most money. And if you could speak positively about the brand with little to no criticism, you could guarantee that you could keep that check rolling in month after month. But in 2020, something happened that made the beauty industry as we know it crumble, and that was the pandemic. In most major beauty industry markets, in-store sales accounted for 85% of beauty product purchases. In COVID, with multiple restrictions worldwide, the passive consumer was almost extinguished. Because of COVID-19, approximately 30% of the beauty industry market was shut down, and some of these retailers never opened their doors again. For instance, major in-store companies with beauty kiosks such as Debenhams finally closed their doors in 2021 and became an online-only retailer. The global beauty industry market has been resilient throughout all of the years and throughout all of the recessions, but there seems to be more important factors as to why we have changed the way it is that we're shopping. And in fact, to be honest, I think there's 4 reasons why. Increased online sales are not offsetting the decline of in-store sales. People ended up losing jobs within the pandemic. We just simply weren't buying as much as we were before. Long gone with the hordes of cosmetics that we were used to seeing in 2014 to 2016. People were decluttering. Number 2, beauty sales at essential retailers are down, just period. So while some brick and mortar beauty supply stores and drugstores have stayed open, or at least partially open throughout the pandemic, their customer traffic and revenues have plummeted. Boots, the UK drugstore, reported that its overall sales fell by 2/3 within the first month of COVID, with beauty product revenue contributing to that decline. Number 3, retailers and brands are now choosing to use sales to bring in customers and also to just clear inventory. Many brands at the moment are offering major discounts online of up to 40, 60, 70%. They do that to capture the consumers who will always be down for a sale. And promotions also help to move unsold inventory inventory, which, as we know, in 2020, there was a lot of. That's why we ended up seeing massive brands selling off to resell retailers such as TK Maxx, as well as other discount retailers. That in turn also meant, on the flip side, that brands didn't need influencers to promote a new launch. They needed influencers to promote a new sale, and that's exactly what they did. And number 4, simple. We don't need makeup. People didn't see any need to walk into a brick and mortar store and purchase any more makeup, because 9 times out of 10 throughout the pandemic we just weren't wearing makeup, and if we were, we were only doing half of our face because we were wearing a mask. And the fact of the matter is that wearing makeup simply just isn't mask friendly. In 2020 we saw so many different retailers close their doors. For instance, we had BH Cosmetics, who famously did a collaboration with Doja Cat, one of the biggest recording artists of this moment, and even after the promotion of Doja Cat with that launch, they still couldn't drive up sales enough to save the company. And so they went under. Becca Cosmetics left and shut down in September of 2021. Jordana, the sister brand of Milani Cosmetics, ended up shutting down themselves in December 2020. Miali Beauty ended up closing down March 22nd, 2021. In January 2021, L'Occitane filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So it seems to me that the beauty community is struggling to get back up after the Will Smith-sized bitch slap that they were handed by the pandemic. But no other company leaving was as devastating to the online beauty community as Marlena Stell's baby company, Makeup Geek. The first influencer-run cosmetics brand, Beauty Geek, announced its impending closure in March 2022.
I wanted to thank the pro artists, influencers, and content creators who talked about my product. I would not be sitting here if it wasn't for you guys putting my product in your videos, talking about it. I hope you know how truly grateful I am. Because of you guys, I got to have the job of my dreams, and I'll never forget that. And then to all of you who had purchased the products, watched my videos, told your friends about Makeup Geek, I'm so grateful. I hope you guys know how much I'm genuinely, I know I keep saying grateful, but that's how I feel. You guys gave me the opportunity to live a life that I never thought I could, and so thank you.
This was important because Marlena Stell, the owner, was the first influencer to give monetary value to influence that essentially shaped the way that beauty is consumed today. 13 years ago, Marlena Stell was teaching us how to do a smoky eye and doing Kim Kardashian and Hilary Duff inspired makeup tutorials. And honestly, something hit me whilst I was reminiscing about the good times of Makeup Geek, and that's that there's a 5th reason for the decline of the beauty industry. Number 5, we know everything. As simple as it sounds, we know everything. We know everything there is to know. Nothing is new. If you want to know how to do your brows in a certain way, there are 50 billion tutorials for you to look at. If you want to learn a new eyeliner skill, there are 50 billion tutorials teaching you how to do that. And literally beyond that, there's nothing else really for us to know. We've consumed all there is to consume. I remember back in the day where Urban Decay just kept releasing naked palettes as if anybody needed more than one bloody nude palette. And every makeup launch it is that we see is an array of the exact same shades that we've seen recycled and just put in a different format. Like, once you have one good ass black eyeshadow, do you need 7 more? I myself personally have every shade and color of green that you could possibly have, and even myself in 2020, I went through this beauty room and decluttered because I had so many duplicates. The same shades, the same colors, the same this, the same that. Long gone are the years of FOMO that would drive us to waiting on a website in a queue to get the latest launch of anything. Makeup is less exciting. And the only place that I truly see the community growing and thriving is on TikTok. The girls are engaging in challenges and making makeup fun again. It's less about buying the new blank and more about just having fun with what you've already got. And with the consumerist nature of the beauty industry kind of dwindling, people just They just want to have fun. And the pandemic, I truly believe, made the TikTok beauty babes create their own fun. They have become the new content creators as they are truly becoming creative with their content. There are two areas of beauty that I believe have boomed within the pandemic, which is skincare, aka self-care products, as well as DIY products. I mean, many beauty companies such as Jeffree Cosmetics and even a company that I represent quite frequently, Juvia's Place, have now branched into having a skincare line or a skincare range as well. When the pandemic hit, I think a lot of people felt as if they needed to invest in themselves, with even online beauty retailers such as Beauty Bay, as well as Sephora. They've even started partnering with sexual wellness brands, aka selling toys. According to the research from the Artisan Advisory and Intelligence, the sexual wellness market is predicting revenues of $39 billion by 2024. Back to skin. The skincare and the hair care and the bath and body products are benefiting from the self-care and pampering trends. NPD, who track consumer spending, recorded that sales of luxury hand soap were up by 800% within the first week of COVID, just as the country went into lockdown. Another notable trend is the rise in do-it-yourself beauty, as in DIY beauty care. During lockdown, many beauty salons had closed, and even in places where they were not, customers were foregoing services because of concerns about close physical contact. In addition to that, many people were facing economic crisis due to COVID. A lot of people lost their jobs and their savings. As a result of that, DIY hair coloring, nail care, as well as care in other beauty categories, they all started finding brand new customers. But when it comes to the space that the beauty gurus occupy, we have spoken about the boom in beauty influencers on TikTok. But the YouTubers of YouTube, they aren't what they once were. There doesn't seem to be like a new generation of beauty influencers. And it's not that there isn't space for them. I just think we as an audience have become disillusioned to the traditional beauty guru, as most of them have proven themselves to be, in one way or another, ugly. And as we discussed previously, with nothing else to see and nothing else to gain, what's the point? We stopped caring. So many YouTubers now have had to diversify their style of content and create more what I consider evergreen content. Some of these beauty hybrid channels are literally becoming some of the biggest gurus with some of the biggest audience. And I think that that's become a little bit of a breath of fresh air to us because they're not shilling us another product. They are humans with something to say, and makeup is secondary. And if you like it, buy it. But if not, okay, thanks for chilling with me. Other YouTubers such as Manny MUA and Laura Lee have now decided to create a tea podcast where essentially they are doing social commentary, which I find absolutely hilarious because I remember a time when Manny MUA and Laura Lee specifically basically said that drama channels didn't have any talent at all. I specifically remember those two in particular telling everybody that they didn't have any talent. And now they rely on commentary to keep themselves relevant because commentary is an evergreen form of content. People don't get tired of other people's opinions. Raw Beauty Christie is now doing a mixture of mom vlog content and just regular vlog content. Jackie Aina has launched a candle line and is mostly doing home and luxury lifestyle things, which obviously thrived in the pandemic when most people were literally just staying their asses at home. Carly Bible became a mommy blogger. However, some beauty influencers such as Christie and Dominique, who has their own cosmetics line, have pretty much stayed true to the old format and are just creating general beauty content, but their channel is definitely not thriving the way that it once was. However, I will say that her brand, Dominique Beauty, has again branched out into skincare. So I guess someplace, even if it is just the business model, is, you know, changing with the times. So, is beauty over? Well, Not entirely. I feel like the way that we consume beauty is gone forever, and the discernment that we show when clicking add to basket is done forever. We know too much as consumers. We know how monetization works and how we can be sold to at any given moment, to the point that when somebody is talking and raving about a product, we all check to see if there's hashtag ad in the description box, because we feel as if we're having a hard sell, like we're being sold to. We know that many people are getting paid to promote a product, and because we know that, we also know that influencers can use it to their advantage and exploit their viewers time and time again. Because as consumers, I feel as if we got pretty much overwhelmed with the amount of choice, the amount of options, the amount of styles, the amount of copycat brands, the amount of products that are on offer, to the point that we all just decided we didn't need it all. So no, I don't believe that the beauty community is dead or that the beauty community is over, but more so that it's evolving. It's adapting to our wants and needs as consumers. The brands that are evolving and staying on top are expanding into skincare and wellness products, as well as the beauty gurus expanding the kind of content it is that they produce so that they're not pigeonholed in one area. I genuinely, truly believe that the future of BeauTube, or the beauty guru, or the beauty influencer, is these hybrid beauty YouTubers. Because right now we have things like beauty and gaming, beauty and true crime, beauty and commentary. And this is the first true way that I've seen content creators get back to the way that we were pre-consumerism, just by being themselves. The reason that we like content creators on TikTok such as Michaela Noguera isn't because she's the best beauty guru in the whole entire world, or that she has the most flawless skin. It's because she's real. When she's selling to us, she lets us know that she's selling to us. And when she's trying something, she just lets us know that she's trying something. But each time we see her face, her personality is a breath of fresh air. We want inner beauty. It's not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside, is a quote that is widely known around the world. Inner beauty is a quality within a person that gives others the satisfaction of the mind. Inner beauty can basically amount to anything that you can't see. Somebody may find somebody interesting and internally beautiful that others just don't. Conversely, I believe that there is beauty in ugly. Sometimes the more uglier and more vulnerable side is beautiful. Sometimes our characteristic flaws as individuals is exactly what makes somebody else see the beauty in us. We as individuals want the world to take us as we are, flaws and all. But in the beauty community, we can't seem to just accept any flaws. We believe that an individual's past carves their future, or that a fall means that there's never going to be success. And that's simply not true. It's up to these influencers to show us who they truly are, their true identity, the real them, because in 2022, it's their inner beauty that attracts the minds of millions. Physical beauty is what you can see externally. You can judge somebody's physical beauty without even having to hear them speak. Outer beauty is a quality that gives somebody else visual pleasure. And inner beauty is comprised of characteristics and traits and the personality of an individual. It's all revealed through behavior, but can be changed by actions and manners, contributing to how the world visualizes them. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Because the one thing that the beauty community has taught me throughout these years, above anything else, is that outer beauty is so much easier to discern and can change, and we can all appear to be beautiful with all of the makeup in the world. But true beauty, inner beauty, is really more important and more beneficial to you as you go through life. But like with Michaela from TikTok, the beauty industry is beginning to see the value and beauty of the heart. And I desperately hope that the beauty industry doesn't monetize people's authenticity to breathe life into a dying industry. I hope that the next generation of beauty influencer doesn't sell their soul for 20% off at checkout if you use code Satan. Oh my goodness, when I tell you it's been so hard for me to get this video out, my voice is cracking. I've been filming and refilming and filming and refilming and filming and refilming over and over again. I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys for being extremely patient with me whilst I've been ill. I know it hasn't been great for you guys, especially on Patreon and in YouTube members, but I'm back. I've been on my antibiotics. I'm no longer in pain, so I'm back with a vengeance. You guys are going to get another video soon as well, because I need to catch up on my uploads. So you guys are going to be getting a new video very, very soon. So thank you to my patrons, thank you to my members, thank you to my Twitch family. I really appreciate all of your immense support. I also want to hear your thoughts about all of this in the comment section down below. Do you believe that the beauty industry is over? Do you think that the beauty industry is dying? Do you think that beauty YouTubers are killing the industry? Like, what do you guys think? Is the era of owning 50 billion palettes just over? I think it's over. I literally think it's over. And once again, I would like to say a massive thank you to my sponsor, Switchcraft, for sponsoring today's video. Please do not forget to go over to the description box and download the free game using my link. It greatly helps the channel when you do, and I could not do anything without you guys. With that being said, thank you so much for all of your recent support. We are so close to 200,000 subscribers, and I can't wait to get there because I think I'm going to literally lose my mind. But with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day or evening, whatever the hell it is that you are doing. And until next time, you beautiful, amazing, badass bitches, I'm gonna go before my voice cracks. Bye.